Is it? I'm sorry, guys. I was with my microphone off, probably. I didn't notice. Well, let me just repeat what I've what I've just said. So my overall bias is still bullish, but on the intraday, I'm kind of neutral. I don't believe we will hit buy side liquidity as all time highs or sell side liquidity as previous week's low, which is here, or Friday's low. I don't believe that price will eventually dig that lower or come that high, since we still have some news driver to happen in between Wednesday to Friday. So yeah, at this point, I believe we will still range. So yeah, prices has been fighting, but the last the last weekly wick, it's consequent encroachment. So as you can see, every time it touches it, it kind of rejects it. So London here did a great job manipulating to the upside, and then we displaced to the downside, coming back inside the range. So this was a London manipulation, a clear London manipulation, and we could eventually put things like this in a higher time frame perspective for today's price action. So this could eventually be the accumulation. Inside London, we kind of manipulate, and then we should eventually expect some form of a distribution to the downside, right? Because we still have these lows here, previous day low as well. So we still have some regular time hour sell side liquidity that's not purged. But I don't know. I don't know if this larger AMD is kind of valid, because I see a lot of liquidity here at these tops. I can see a lot of liquidity here in this trend line as well. So if we kind of zoom that in, you can see that price will probably tend to gravitate in this direction, probably going for the weekly wick once again. Because on the lower side, you can see that we already purged Asia lows. It kind of formed some SMT with NQ. So NQ did not purge Asia lows. So yeah, I think overall, I think we should aim for higher prices, but I don't think that we will get something clean to work with, honestly. I believe we will still range, we will still do this messy job, and yeah, the price will just gravitate in order instead of drive itself to there. So I tend to believe that this will be a neutral day without any good price action, but we will see. It is time just to start focus and see what will happen. So at this point, if we look here, comparing ES with NQ, so 9:30 opened. Seems like ES is trying to gravitate towards the weekly wick, but it's doing it in a slow pace. So far, NQ already took out the pre-opening highs. So yeah, I will wait a bit more. just to see some confirmation of what price really wants to do, because at this point there's not much that I can work with. Let me just, yeah. So this is the 950 to 10 macro. Kind of curious to see what this will do. And so far we have NQ trying to get below. Interesting to see. Price trying to get below 930 open. At this point, we are playing inside of a large, as you can see here, a large 1 hour fair value gap. So if we took a look inside the 15-minute, yeah, we did a 15-minute fair value gap here. There was still room to the downside, I guess, but we are reacting here to a 15-minute fair value gap as well. So let's give it some time and let's just let it develop something that we can eventually recognize it as a trading setup. Otherwise, this will be just a sideways day, and there's not much that we can do. So price, if you look into price, it has been accumulating, it has been ranging since the 7th of September, I guess. Yeah. So if it has been ranging since the 7th of September, don't try to guess when it will end the range bound price action, because you will probably end up messing with it and trying to force things and expecting it to stop the range bound activity, but usually it doesn't work like that. The market has to give you something very clear that it will end the range bound price action. Otherwise, it will be a range bound price action. So don't try to force things into situations like these. Yeah, so far nothing to work with. No positions, as you can see. Still tape reading it. Yeah, still messy price action here. Yes, kind of displacing here, trying to get below 930 open, as you can see here. Let's just see if it has the weakness to deliver lower, or if price just it's just barcoding like it has been doing since the last couple of days. Yeah, let me just check the candle ranges as well. So yeah, quite a small range here. Nothing to be worried about. And so far, yes, so far NQ was able to take out. Yeah, it was able to take out the. Yeah, it wasn't able, honestly. Let me just check the high of the candle. Yeah, the 815 candle, 57. Yeah, it formed another high. I was I was looking for NQ taking the 815 high, but it seems like it just formed another relative equal high. So, but yeah, so far we have somehow an SMT here with NQ as well. But we have no follow through, no aggressive displacement, um, that would give us some sort of confirmation of this SMT. So we are still waiting. Kind of liked how price just supported the here at 930. It has some confluence with the midpoint of this fair value gap here. And this drop was kind of odd to me, right at 9. So if I project this, let me just check here. Yeah, it has some confluence. It has some good confluence here. This could be a good Judas swing here, which was pre-open. Yeah, easy, kind of easy, not easy, kind of um, early to say that this will be the manipulation leg downwards. We are still ranging inside this small range. We are approaching 950 as well. So it might happen something whenever 950 approaches, or as soon as price gets into the time window in between 950 to 1010, it um, usually something happens. So I'm convinced that something might happen as soon as we start to entering macro territory. But so far, the last couple of days, so yesterday was a barcoding day. We had a barcode for about, I don't know, about 1 hour after the opening. And right now we are still ranging as well, so there's not much we can do besides watching and eventually taking notes or just talk about the markets, talk about the majority of the work that a trader has to do, which is waiting. Waiting is the hardest, and yeah, it's one of the major tasks of a trader. Yeah, it seems like prices decided to come a little bit lower, but I don't like how prices just, yeah, it's kind of shy here. It's just wicks, then retraces back, wicks, retraces back, and we don't want none of this price action. We want some clean closure below new lows and not this tap and go, tap and go. I don't like that at all. Yo, good morning, Francisco. How you doing today? Yeah, I can see nothing today. Honestly, I I'm expecting a range bound day once again. Honestly, not much to work with. So let me just check the 2 and the 3 minutes. I guess the 2 minutes. Mm, yeah, so far the 3 minute is the cleanest. But I don't know. I don't like how price is just lethargic, just like yesterday. So yeah, I still believe that we will be ranging. Uh, we might get some lower movements because NQ still has lower draw to try to get. I still believe we can go for Asia low on NQ, but ES already took out this Asia low. So now we are talking some lower movement. Price is trying to lose 930 open. we'll start to mark these PD arrays here. Yeah, NQ delivered a good fair value gap. We kind of respected it so far, and this is the I would say that this is the first yeah, we have some small fair value gaps here, but this would be the first one that really is a fair value gap. Otherwise, these tiny ones, I don't think that I can consider those a fair value gap. So price retracing right away after the formation of this bearish fair value gap here. So half a point until we made a new low here. Yeah, very curious about this price action. Just look at it. Crazy. Yeah, well, honestly, this price action just makes me not trust the market, honestly. I really don't like how price action is presenting itself. But yeah, just just waiting for something to really happen. Just let me check here. Yeah, we did not form any new order block. Same here. So price just retraced higher. We did not formed any type of SMT as well. At least we could. At least we could have. Price could have given us some form of SMT here after this displacement. Before this displacement, would be interested, but like this, no, not like this. Well, we are about 8 minutes already inside the macro, but nothing has developed right now, so we are still waiting. Just let me. Yeah, I'm checking twice if we have some form of SMT here on these lows, but not. We don't. Yeah, Francisco, I'm kind of. Let me just see what. Let me just check what you said. So regular trading hours. Yeah. Yeah, the opening range gap is completed as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Mm. Oh boy. Yeah, I believe this is a no market, honestly. Look at what price is doing right now. If you were long, you would be punished. If you would be shorting the market, you would be punished. So right now there's nothing that we can do, honestly. I don't think I can trust a market like this. Well, things are it seems like things are prone to drive a little bit lower. We have some regular trading hour sell side liquidity here down below, which I would like to see being purged before heading to the upside. Yeah, but at the same time, this is bad price action. I really don't like how price is delivering itself. So I don't know. It makes me it makes me not trusting the market. So yeah, this chart on ES is a big mess. At this point, I think we have no business here still left on ES on the upside. Yeah, I still believe we can go lower, but yeah, engaging with this market it's kind of tricky right now. I believe because it's just wicking. There's no follow through on any movement. It's just wicking and then it retraces back. And I don't know if I would like to expose myself to these conditions. And at this point, NQ already took Asia lows. So the main draw for NQ has been hit. So Asia lows taken on NQ, Asia lows taken um, on ES. Will we have more downwards momentum? Mm, we could have more downwards momentum, but we need some larger draw down here, which we have. Uh, we have these regular trading hours sell side points, which has some confluence with the electronic as well. And we still have Friday's low. We still have previous day low as well. But I don't know, for a bullish um, high time frame bias, I would not like to see price coming that low. And we are inside the macro as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if the macro just gives us a some form of a inversion here, which is typical on macro moves, since we already took this low, which is the pre-market low. I don't know. I will let it develop a little bit more because right now I cannot trust this market. Guess I'm having trust issues with this price action. Let's just see if we have that type of inversion. Seems like NQ is trying to develop it, but I don't know. Well, but so far, everything is happening according to what I expected from today's price action. I was not expecting anything good since we are some days since we will have some following days with big announcements and those red folder news. So whenever you have those kinds of events, it usually the days prior to it usually behave like this. So at this point, NQ is really trying to invert. But no SMT offered so far. ES kind of numb here, honestly. Kind of lethargic for me. Let me just check NQ once again, but in the main chart. Yeah. I guess these were the relative equal lows. Yeah, we still have some here, despite this one kind of cleaned. We still have relative equal highs here as well on NQ. Let me just check S&P once again here. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, I believe that that the macro is offering us something to the upside. Nice displacement here. The only thing or the only problem for me now is, and the main question for me is, should I trust this market? Because we are back inside the range once again. I know that we still have a lot of liquidity here, right at these relative equal highs. But I don't know if price just merges in directly, then there's nothing to do. There's nothing that we can do. and it seems like it. Usually, price action on these days they tend to go from one sell side point to another without giving any retraces. That way, those who are expecting it to continue to run, they will usually buy at the first pit stop, and usually the first pit stop is right after purging liquidity. So I don't know. Yeah, once again, nice read. I was expecting some form of inversion here, and we got the inversion, but no entry for me right now. This is the breaker that I'm looking for as a retest, and I'm not expecting it to come to come and retrace it. I don't believe it. It will go directly to these relative equal highs, and it will give us no chance to interact with it. So that's typical of a hard price action day. I guess there's only one way to profit from these moves. It's to play some sort of turtle soup, which I'm not the best person to talk about turtle soups. Um, I don't really use them. I always need some sort of confirmation. I can't open a position just because we are purging some liquidity. But in this case, it would offer you a really good risk to reward, and it would work perfectly. Um, but yeah, in these cases, I guess it's kind of hard to take to take some action, honestly. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for the siege by one tick. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We just keep on grinding by one handle. God damn it. Yeah, the read was top notch, honestly. So at this point, we formed another relative equal high here, right at midnight open. Um, so I believe since NQ is below these highs as well, I believe that we will have another leg to the upside. It's just a matter of time. I believe. Price coming down. Once again, touching the breaker. So this could be the entry. Still waiting for it. I'm evaluating how price is retracing. So at this point, it came for 50%. It's inside the breaker. Mm. Yeah, see, this is what I don't like when we have these type of markets. And this is usually what makes me second doubt about price action. So it came for 8:30 open. We are still inside the breaker. It came for 62% as well. So this is a really good spot for OTE. We still have some relative equal highs here on the upside. Same as on NQ. Yeah, but this is an aggressive move to the downside. So kind of invalidated my long idea here. Yeah. Price is still inside the range here. So not much that we can do. Let me just check the regular trading hours. Yeah, I took out buy side liquidity here as the regular trading hours. I left some that is resting above the constant encroachment of the weekly wick. But yeah, it took buy side liquidity on the regular trading hours here. And that's why it retraces that low. Yeah, price is still trying to react here. Things look a bit clearer probably on AQ. Yeah, so far price was not able to close below the 62%, which is good. It did not close with strength below 930. It's trying to go for it now. It's trying to stay inside the breaker, but yeah, I think that I see that things are kind of fragile here for the long side perspective. The only thing that's holding right now it's this last fair value gap that I will take out from here. Probably it's doing nothing here. It's the inverted one. So this is the last structure of the fence here. This one and the order block, of course. But yeah, I don't see any opportunities right now unless we have some displacement to the upside, but I don't know because I'm still afraid that price will keep ranging and not giving me that run to the upside. Yeah, so far we didn't mismatch, honestly. I could have engaged with this um long here, but I didn't get any feel here. I was expecting a move higher when price just was wicking here, was kind of shy to go heavier. So yeah, I was expecting a move higher from here, but I had no chance to get into the trade. So then I was looking for a retest here, but things are taking a lot. It's been it's been about 7 minutes, or yeah, a bit more. It's been about 10 minutes here down below, and usually these types of movements are quite quick. Whenever you have your draw right, and you know that okay, price will just retrace here, and it will keep going higher or going lower. Whenever you have a retrace like this, it usually doesn't take that much of time here. So the fact that it's taking too much time here, it's making me lose interest on this type of price action. Yeah, I can see a lot of people trying to make the same move here as well. So taking advantage of a retrace lower just to get into longs. Um, so the algo might try to punish those longs as well. But yeah, guys, this environment is kind of hard to trade. We have, if you look into the, let me check the hourly. Yeah, if you look into the 15 minutes, the last one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, the last seven candles, yeah, they have been just those dojis with wicks to the upside and wicks to the downside. So there's no there's no direction. So whenever you have no direction on the market, things are quite difficult to read. Yeah, that's precisely what I was talking about, Francisco. Uh, yeah, the 15-minute looks horrible. There's no direction on this market, so I don't have I don't have any plan. If we had some sort of retracement here, the retracement would have been respected. Yeah, then I would go for a long. But yeah, it kind of it kind of lost my interest on this price action. Honestly, it's very hard to define what it wants to do right now. Price is still ranging since the open, still ranging since since 8:30, I believe. So at this point, we can make another low, come back to the range, and yeah, and do this zigzag the last of the session, the remaining hours of the trading session. I still will wait for 10:50 just to see what it can give us. But yeah, just like I said in the beginning of the stream, I was not expecting much from price action. And that way it's easier not to get frustrated with price action whenever you have an idea about what can happen. Yeah, Francisco is participating here on the chat. So if you have any ideas, you can share those ideas as well. And I will comment about them. And yeah, Francisco had a good read on price action, especially on NQ. He missed the entry for about one handle. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You have you could have grabbed a piece of the pie, but yeah, it would have been a quick position. Let me just check here. And I believe that if you have entered the this position, this could have been an aggressive entry for for what you used to do, right? This is an aggressive entry here because, oh yeah, you have the breaker a little bit lower. But from what I've been from what you have been sharing with me and the others, I believe that that entry could be an aggressive entry, right? So now I'm curious to see what happens as soon as we make another low. There we go. Not a low here. Yeah, I see. I see, Francisco. I see. What was your intention with that trade? The range was too small to take any partials. So nice displacement here right now. I guess it's the first good candle that we can see on ES since the beginning of of the trading session. So right now it came directly to the 1 hour fair value gap, the bullish one. At this point, I believe we can go a little bit lower, probably heading towards these regular trading hour sell side points that I will show you right here. So these relative equal lows that we have here, this low here as well. So these are all points that price can eventually drive to. Well, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yeah, there are a couple of fighters, jet fighters, just cruising in the air right now. Yeah, there we go. It will be quick. So that way nobody will have the chance to grab a piece of the pie, or those who want to engage will engage in the late stage of the movement and will probably suffer those consequences. So previous day low is now right here. It will be very quick to reach it. So this regular trading hour sell side liquidity has been reached. We still have some more liquidity here. Previous day low. Looking into in hindsight, we could have anticipated this move a little bit lower here whenever we were waiting for a retrace higher. And in fact, 930 was acting as resistance here. Then we displaced below this old fair value gap and kind of respected the inversion of it or the bearishness of it. But yeah, I don't see my model here, so at this point we have some more lower liquidity. And Q is is heading towards it as well. So on the 15 minutes, we are reaching it quite quickly. So as you can see, there's no opportunities in engaging a market like this, you know. So previous day low has been taken. So far we have a 13 handle drop, so it's not that big of a drop. Let me just take a look here on the hourly just to see what price has been doing here. Yeah, so we took out previous day low, we took out the sell side liquidity here. We are trying to play below this bullish fair value gap. We still have some regular trading hours, sell side liquidity here and here. It's kind of a messy price action. Yeah, the majority of sell side has been taken here with this move lower. And it would be interesting to see price reverting around 1050. So if this continues for, I don't know, 10 minutes more, the price just keeps mumbling around here, does another low, and then inside the macro, it kind of displaces to the upside and offers some type of an unicorn setup with displacement, with market structure shift, with the presentation of a fair value gap, and eventually a breaker. Then I would eventually consider some longs because this is way too clean for me. Way too clean. Very suspicious. Our price just left this behind and yeah, came to the downside just to take previous day low. I don't know. I will be watching 1050 because it usually, whenever you have a drawn liquidity that is met around the macro time, it usually tends to be some sort of a reversal. So We'll see. So far, I'm hands off. Yeah, so far, the midpoint of this bullish fair value gap has been respected. Seems like price doesn't want to go higher for now. So let's wait. It will probably go for another low, eventually purging previous day's low. So in fact, this one right here is the manipulation leg. So the manipulation leg is telling us that we can take this move to -1 standard deviation here quite well with a very nice with a very nice I'm not sure about the word right now. I think I forgot a bit about it. With some nice confluence, yeah. With this regular trading hour, we still have -1.5 in the midpoint of this and walk. And if we stretch it down a little bit more, we have -2 here. Hmm. This is kind of interesting to see. So let's see. Let's see if we will have some sort of reversal or if we will have some sort of continuation to the downside. Yeah, so far, this is the setup that I was talking about, the formation of it. But I believe that this was kind of early. I was not expecting this to happen that quick and with this intensity. was a nice displacement here with some change in the state of delivery as well. But I don't know. I don't like how it was how it displaced. At this point we are touching the breaker. Let me just take an OTE just to see. Yeah. Not sure about this one. Let me see it on NQ. Yeah, whenever I have the opportunity to take some external liquidity to internal liquidity move type of trade, I feel myself a bit indecisive because I think these are the hardest moves to profit from. Uh, I tend to like more when we go from internal to external. These external to internal, I don't know. I usually don't feel safe about them, despite the model is here. If you look into it, the model is here. We are inside a macro. Previous day low has been taken. Regular trading hour sell side liquidity has been taken. We are touching the breaker. So everything is in place right now, but I don't know. Still waiting here. Price is taking some time here just to prove that the breaker will hold. It's looking better on NQ. Yeah, NQ is trying to push now. Nice reaction coming from the breaker. Yeah, next time I need to take those types of positions and don't worry about and just trusting the model because the model was here. But what I usually don't like on these runs is this type of price action, which annoys me a lot. It usually tends to be like this. But so far, this is a clean setup. Kind of anticipated it, but was not willing to play it. Yeah, it was a clean anticipation of the move, but the execution was left behind. There we go. Yeah, this would have been a good trade. The way I anticipated it, I would have been opening the position right here, probably doing something like this. And at this point, I would have been about 1 hour, and so it is what it is. Next time I have to trust when I see the model. Well, I think at this point it will be hard to catch anything unless price does some some healthy retrace back to the hourly fair value gap. That would be an interesting zone. Let's just see if it comes a little bit lower. Let me just switch to the 5 minute, to the 3 minutes, and 2 minutes. Yeah, nice. I would like to see price eventually taking out these lows here. We still have a volume imbalance here. And right now we are right at 11. So at 11, we might have as drawn liquidity these highs here, because everybody, those who are making money, they are making money on shorts. So I believe price will come back and try to punish those. But at the same time, I'm not liking how price is just wicking. Some sort of an SMT here in between ES and Q. I'm still waiting for a move lower here. Would like to see something like that. That would be interesting. So now let's see if this is just a retrace or if it will continue lower. See, this is what I was talking about on these moves when you go from external liquidity to internal. These types of moves are very annoying because you will have a quick displacement for around 1 or 2 minutes, and then you will have to hold about, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before anything happens. And in the meantime, you are just watching the market coming down slowly, slowly, slowly. And at some point, you will be frustrated and will do something that it's not supposed to. So price is still retracing. Initially, I would like to see this gap here open, but at this point, it's not open anymore. This would have been a signal of bullishness, and it's starting to be invaded. If this stays open, this would be a breakaway gap and would have a bullish signature on price. But yeah, right now I'm just starting to lose interest on longs as well. And the way price came in, it retraced quickly, rejected equilibrium, prices above equilibrium. That's that's a red flag to me. You see how there's no reaction where price is. If this was a breakaway gap, as soon as price uh, reaches it, it it would act as a trampoline, and price would never come for its the body of the PD array. So yeah, kind of annoyed with longs. Yeah, if this one gets inverted, then we might go lower. And it really happened what I was afraid of. This this behavior here. Because whenever I try to catch these runs from external to internal, yeah, I most of the time I just get burned. And today the model presented itself, but since it was a run from external to internal, I kind of felt hesitant and decided not to enter. And so far I'm content with that decision, because at this point I would have been almost break even once again, because I don't believe I would have taken partials here, because the risk to reward was not there to partial anything. So right now, which is prevailing is this SMT here, but the SMT was not followed by any displacement. If there was some sort of displacement lower, then it would have grabbed my attention, but yeah, nothing. Deep retrace, and now price is starting to react. Let me just see how far it went before retracing. Yeah, it came all the way down to 79% of the OTE level, in kind of equilibrium here. So nice reaction here. Price is now in between two PD arrays on a smaller time frame. So we have this one, the bearish one, right above us, and the bullish one right beneath us. So now we might get that last push, since we are closing New York AM. It usually pumps, or it usually dumps after 11. Whenever you have a move that is a clean run to, in this case, sell side. Usually the time after 11 marks a retrace time where your drawing liquidity is where those morning stops are. So the morning stops are they are they are here, right here. All this is full. It must be full of stops. But yeah, it's taking too much time for price to deliver. And the way it retraced, it was kind of harsh. It was a harsh retrace. I didn't like how price just wicked here, just above equilibrium. It kind of turned me off here. I don't know why. But as I was telling you some minutes ago, usually these types of moves, whenever it goes from external liquidity to internal liquidity, yeah, they usually tend to be just like this. And you have to be very seamless with your stop loss position. You have to be somehow a little bit more cold blooded because you will see price retracing a lot and it will take time. It will take time. Just imagine if I had my entry point was somewhere here. Yeah, I probably would have been stopped out because I would have, as soon as I started to see this retrace lower, I would have put my stop loss probably at break even, and this would have stopped me out probably. So nothing to worry about missing something. Yeah, there's nothing that we are missing right now. But watch how price just does this, but in a just a high resistance way, and that's not how I like to play the game. I like to play the game when there's just like this, when there's no resistance in its way, when price just goes from one liquidity point to another liquidity point or an efficiency in a low resistance way, when there's no obstacles, when there's no pit stops. Because when price is just going back, going forward, back, forward, back, yeah, you probably will end up being stopped uh, eventually at break even or some minor profit. So the I was telling you yesterday, I was telling you that I probably will have to um, stretch my time window of trading probably until 11:30 because I have I have seen that the post 11 move is usually quick and I can anticipate it quite well. So in order to take advantage from it, I will probably stretch it to 2:30, to 11:30. I mean, um, but yeah, I think it's still early to say it. I'm still convincing myself about opening positions after 11. But yeah, that might be happening soon. So yeah, this was The retrace was not a retrace back to the breaker. It was a retrace back to the bottom of this fair value gap, which was not ideal. I did not like how we just digged hard and digged low inside this fair value gap. But yeah, at this point, if I had entered the trade, I would been about 1.5 in risk reward, and it's been about, just let me see, and it's been about 25 minutes, so it's not that great of a trade. And that's why I kind of hesitated a bit, because I knew I were facing a situation like this if I entered the trade. But yeah, guys, it's approaching the 2 hour mark, so I think I will summarize the today's action and wrap this up until tomorrow probably. So yeah, we started the live stream with a general, a high time frame bullish bias, but on the intraday I was kind of neutral, because I was expecting some back and forth action, and it kind of happened. Only at 10 a.m. things developed, and it kind of left these relative equal highs. It came down, took out previous day low, some regular trading hour sell side liquidity. I was not able to profit from this move. It was a nice move and kind of clean, but yeah, there was no entry from me, because at this point I was waiting for a retrace inside the breaker, and I was waiting for it to hold and take a long to the upside to take out these relative equal highs. It did not deliver. Um, it kind of got inverted, and as soon as it got inverted, we had only 3 minutes here of retest, and then it kind of displaced in about 3 to 4 minutes. It kind of reached the bearish draw, and as soon as it hit the bearish draw, which was previous day low, then I kind of anticipated that 1050 we could have some sort of a reversal to the upside, because we are still with our high time frame bullish bias, and there's a lot of liquidity still here. So at 10 a.m. we left it behind, and not even on NQ it was purged. So I was kind of anticipating a move to the upside here, but it started a bit earlier. It started a bit it started a bit about 10 minutes from the macro, and I was kind of suspicious about it. Then it displaced pretty hard, and yeah, then I was thinking, okay, I will take an internal to an external to internal. I will probably face some circumstances that put me in a uncomfortable position. So yeah, I will just wait and see what it does. And yeah, I did not take the entry right here at the breaker. It goes for one more leg, then it kind of made these strange highs. It formed some sort of a SMT, and it came down once again. At this point, I'm pretty sure I would have been stopped out here at break even. Um, I would have protected myself quite sure. And then yeah, it kind of tried to support on this fair value gap, but yeah, it was not enough for me. And as you can see, there is no clear momentum right now. Price is just mumbling. It's not. It has no energy. But yeah, it was everything happens. Everything happened quite the way I was expecting it to happen. I was expecting a ranging day, and we are still ranging. So no major um, sell side points or liquidity points or buy side points has been hit, because we will have tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and Friday we will have 3 days of big news. So the market is waiting for it. It's not taking any big any big chances before, and any big hits before the news driver to hit. So it's just like that. It's just like this, you know. I think the one of the most important things that makes a trader profitable, or at least a break-even trader, is when to not engage with the markets, or when to expect something, or when to not expect. And whenever we don't expect anything major to happen, I think it builds us um, some shield against frustration for not catching anything, because you're okay. The markets will probably not give me anything to work with, so I'm fine if I don't get anything. And I think that's one of the major concepts, the power of anticipation, and the power of reading the market, and knowing that it will probably not deliver anything that's tradable for you. So yeah, guys, and that was it, I guess. So one more time, no positions, but yeah, we are still not losing money. So I guess that's a good sign as well. So yeah, guys, I hope tomorrow it will be kind of different. I hope tomorrow we will have better chances to get into something. We will have, let me just check here. So yeah, we will have some action at 10 p.m. Is this 10 p.m.? Yeah, 11 p.m. With the tariffs, something with the tariffs. And then we will have tomorrow PPI, which is very important. And then once again, talking about tariffs. And Thursday, I believe, we will have CPI. So these are all major events, and events that can eventually move the market in some type of way. So be prepared. Prepare yourself. I mean, prepare yourself for those events. Don't try to force anything until there. And yeah, most important thing is to stay safe. So I hope you stay safe. Um, Francisco, if you're there, yeah, thank you for being here, and to share your trading ideas as well. That's always good when we have a partner who we can share thoughts with. So thank you very much for being there as well. And yeah, hope to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Thank you, guys.